Sweet baby Jesus. So today, a little bit early because somebody that works for the Falcons leaked the uniforms, I believe yesterday. So today, a few days ahead of schedule, the Falcons had to finally release their new uniforms that they will use in the upcoming 2020 season and beyond. And when I first glanced at them, like that first instant gut reaction, because as human beings, we don't like change. And at first I'm like, that's the Cleveland Browns, but red and black. Um, and then I was slightly disappointed because they didn't kind of go all out and try to do something real, not necessarily just crazy for the sake of crazy, but doing something that's not industry standard, something that was like, wow, that is a different uniform. That is the Atlanta Falcons uniform. But I started looking at it, I started thinking, well, especially in the sports arena, because I guess like a month ago I worked for a sports apparel place, and with the pandemic that happened, I got laid off. But hey, it happened to everybody. I got laid off, but so being a graphic designer and being a giant sports fan, like when they can come together, like I am just super nerding out over it. And so I started thinking about it more from I guess you could say a logistical standpoint, as far as selling merchandise, and that you have to make things that the majority are going to like. You have to lose a little artistic integrity for the sake of the bottom line a little bit, especially in sports apparel and sports, design in general, because you got to sell jerseys, posters, decals, and everything. So you can try to go way out of left field to do something, but you could be sacrificing, um, you know, your money. That's why some teams, when they make a new uniform, they got to bring it back and make new ones because they're not selling the jersey because people don't like it. So you see on this image, I'll bring it up on my computer here. Um, they're gonna have different color combinations where you have black pants, the black top, white top, and they'll mix it across. And you have on the far right, you have like they going back to the '90s top with the '90s logo. And the thing that I ended up liking about it, now I'm biased, I'll say, because I'm a huge Atlanta Falcons fan, and one of my favorite color combinations is red and black. Is that it's something that I can see decades down the line. This will be a uniform top that they'll go back to. It's going to be timeless because they don't have a lot going on. Like the strongest kind of, well, the two strongest design elements they have is the stripe that's going down the side that goes down the pants leg, and so you'll see that um, it tapers down. So like right under the armpit, going down the leg, it tapers down to a point, and that's mimicking the stripes that taper down to a point that they have in their Falcons logo. And then my favorite, and this is controversial, 'cause especially in the design community, gradients are like either you love them or hate them. But I love this because even kind of has the dot duotone thing going on as well. And the way you have the red stripe that still goes down, so it carries the red down the side, and it just fades so seamlessly into the pants. It's like I just wish in the NFL you could have more than one primary helmet color. Because if they had a red helmet with that, I would try to buy the whole set. I already want the jersey, but man, I would buy the whole set. Uh, let's see what else. Then we have the black on black. They took away the black on black uniform even with the last uniform set a few years ago. And everybody's like, why not bring it back? Bring it back. And so they finally brought it back. Like, if that is not badass, I don't know what is. And you look at the typeface that they use. That's, I would more likely guess, that's custom, and the fact that the two comes to the point again, mimicking the point elements that are part of their logo and the whole design scheme, playing off the Falcon talent and everything. Um, the only thing I kind of wish with that is, as they do the offset, shadow with the number. I wish it was a little bit more pronounced, 'cause especially that their darker red on that black background. Unless you get up to it, it kind of loses its standing, loses its voice and kind of presence. But I think maybe in practice when they're out on the field, it'll look better. But kind of in this lighting, this real kind of atmospheric lighting they have, you kind of lose it. And the only other thing I would have done that I think would have made it even better is that the stripe that goes down the side of the whole uniform, if they made it thicker and possibly if that had a gradient as well, nothing too harsh, maybe not a black and a white, but still just the red going into the black or vice versa. I think that would have added some other elements where it's still conservative. You can still sell it to the masses, but it's something that's like, okay, this is our uniform. This isn't that standard sports apparel thing going on. But besides that, I mean, they couldn't do any better than that in a sports context where it has to be popular amongst the masses. You have to sacrifice that artistic, like, well, I'm just gonna make what I want because it's beautiful and it's mine. Like in sports, you can't do that as much. It has to be able to sell. So they got right up to that line of like, we're going to go further, but they didn't. So they made the more traditional crowd happy and the crowd that doesn't appreciate the artistic side of design. But the people that can point out the things like I'm pointing out in this video, right there. Because like even on the helmet, they went with a matte finish. It used to be all gloss, and they went with a matte finish. And with the sticker is still the same, but they added some shine, or they added some shine elements to it, some shinier elements to it. So like you see around going around the Falcon, you have kind of a chrome brushed silver effect that goes around it. So it's not just, well, actually, I misspoke. It's a satin finish on the helmet, not full matte. It's satin. It's in between gloss and matte. And they said in their little promotional video that they did it to the red elements in the Falcons logo as well. But I couldn't find a picture that illustrated that as well as it illustrates the brightness of the silver going around the Falcon here. And then we also have the white ones. Like again, if they could have had a white helmet, it would just be so clean. Now I'm a person, I like crazier designs, but I still like it kind of understated at the same time as weird. If you look at my portfolio, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. You'll even look through my Instagram, you see my past stuff, but love the white on white, and the red actually kind of steps out pretty well here, but still kind of matching up against the black, it still kind of loses it a little bit, but hopefully out on the field actually being used in practice, not in practice as in football practice, but in the game, being used practically is how I'm trying to use that word. Hopefully it'll look better. And also on the helmet, they went with a chrome face mask. Not overly chrome, not like chrome 20-inch rims chrome, but a tasteful chrome. So I really like them. In this day and age, people either in sports design rather, they either are too conservative and it's like, why even change? Like you change like one thing, you change the typeface, yay. And then in other places they go overboard and you can tell they're trying too hard and they're trying to, just make it different for the sake of making it different. They really hit the medium. Like of course some people are gonna love it, some people are gonna hate it. Designers like me are gonna say like, we could have done this, you could have done that, you could have done this, but I mean, for the sake of doing something new and making it to where the masses are still going to like it, you couldn't have done too much better than that. You really couldn't, except for the things I would have done. That's really it. So hope you like that breakdown. I don't know. I really like doing this. I don't know. I may break down some more design stuff because since I got laid off, I don't have anything else better to do. So we'll see what happens. See you later.